Hi, this is Clay Lehman with Firm360. I'm here today with Kevin and Deanna from Kevin Minkoff CPA. You have been using Firm360 since May of 2020, and I just wanted to get a couple of questions and see what you thought of the platform for other people who might be thinking about making a switch. So first of all, when you first started talking to us, how big was your firm? How many people?
5 people.
Okay. And what were the softwares you're using like for tax and project management or whatever?
We use Drake tax software. We were using Smartsheet for our project management, and we didn't start out with a client portal. We were using a proprietary software package that was tied into our website initially, and discovered that it was very much out of date. Our programmer didn't keep up with the latest software, and it was a couple of generations late. And so it was creating all kinds of security
Ah,
issues with our very sensitive data, of course, tax returns and social security numbers. And we switched to Drake, has a Secure File Pro program that's linked up to Drake tax software. But unfortunately, it didn't work very well for our clients. It was very clunky, and I think it just was in a very early stage, and it's still very clunky to use. Their tech support team is not very responsive. They weren't to our requests for upgrading or making some changes, and we just couldn't use that anymore. With I'll add in here that a Smartsheet was a huge problem as well. And anyway, those are the reasons why we
okay,
switched over to Firm360.
awesome. Okay. And then this question might be redundant. What problems, when you called us the first time, what was the problem you were looking to solve?
Well, I'm going to let Deanna jump in here.
Well, first of all, it was right smack in the middle of tax season, and our smart sheet literally just kind of blew up. And so anytime I made a change to the smart sheet, it would dump about 300 to 400 emails into my email box. And we also started realizing that the computer started changing the dates as to that date. And so we weren't able to track what was actually happening with each of the clients' tax return because it was changing the status date to whenever it dumped the email. And then Secure File Pro, it was just very difficult for the clients to understand what the security questions were asking of them, and so they had to go make a password, and we had to tell them what the computer was looking for, or the program was looking for, so they could actually get into their portals in order to get their documents.
Okay. Okay. So you switched to Firm360. It's been most of a year now. How would you say things have changed, or is there anything specifically that has helped your business with this process?
Well, I'll start off by saying it has been a tremendous help. We were relying very heavily on Smartsheet to track all of our tax returns. We had, at the time, 350 tax returns. Well, in fact, I had just purchased, or was in the process of purchasing, another smaller CPA practice. I had 350 clients roughly, and this other practice was about another 150 tax clients. And at the same time that we were switching over to Firm360, and I have to say that Firm360 has allowed us to easily manage all 500 clients. I don't think we would have been able to merge our two firms together with the success that we've had if we hadn't had Firm360 there to be able to track all of the steps that are part of a project, which is a tax return. and managing other tasks. So not just tax returns, but when clients get notices, or when they want us to do a tax projection, or they want to have other work done, review financial statements, whatever it is, Firm360 can manage and help us track all of those types of projects really well. And it's made our life much easier. And I would say we've been in the process of trying to hire an assistant for Deanna, but we've been able to, even though that's still critical, we've been able to get by with the support of Firm360 in the background, helping us manage all this to kind of take some of the responsibility of that extra person. Now, we still are going to hire an extra person. So, but I just want to say that it's been a tremendous help.
Well, and actually what I want to clarify that just a little bit. We are replacing our receptionist. We did have a receptionist. But the thing is that before Firm360, Kevin had said, we're going to hire you a temp for tax season next year, in addition to the receptionist. With Firm360, we don't have to do that.
Wow.
Some of the features that you have created, the computer programmers have created, are such a time-saving tool. It is phenomenal. I mean, it's second to none. Just the things that you have been able to program for a tax office to have such time-saving features has been, I mean, you've freed us up from having to hire a sixth person.
Wow, that's awesome. Thank you. And just one final thing, if you were talking to somebody that had 5 employees and they were using Drake, and they were on the phone and they were like, I'm thinking about maybe doing Firm360 or somebody else, what would you tell them?
Don't think, just do it.
We can tell them that we've tried other solutions. I looked quite in depth to a program called Monday.com. We have tried Canopy as another project management solution. And we found numerous problems with both of those. Smartsheet is touted as Excel on steroids, because that's the framework it has. And Monday.com is supposed to be Smartsheet on steroids. The problem is it's this blank canvas of almost like what you would call the marker board, that liquid chalk board. It's just blank, and you're handed a bunch of pens and say, here you go, create yourself a project management process. Well, I'm not a programmer, and it was going to be very expensive to hire somebody to program it all the way we needed. But Firm360 is already programmed the way we need it. It thinks like we think. We are a tax office. It's created for accountants and for tax offices. So, it's complete. And take my word for it, you can save your time and energy and money looking at other solutions. This is the solution.
And second to the program itself is just the support between the programmers page, the training. I mean, everybody has seriously been an email away. We get a response. If we are having a problem, you are so receptive to helping us figure out what to do, and without getting a bill for it, or there's no worry that, oh gosh, we got to call them again and it's going to cost us a little bit of money. The thing that I so appreciate about Firm360 is their support staff, because they want us to be successful
with the program.
And there is nothing out there like that anywhere else. And so the program is good, but the programmers are even better.
The support is terrific.
Second to none.
Awesome. Well, I really appreciate y'all taking the time to talk to me here today. And thank you. And we look forward, to working with you for a long time to come.
Absolutely. We do too.
All right.